Yes, people, good evening. Welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again, doing a live fans forum, and I've got Brad and a new guys coming in. Davey, give you to you guys.
All right, lads, how's it going?
Hey, I'm married, not too bad, and just busy day at work, and I've been in the warehouse today, not driving, so I got out early, so everything is absolutely canny. So hope you guys are well too, and hope you're having a busy day today.
Yes. Well, what can I say? I've been. You've got to make use of this weather, haven't you? This sunny weather, because it could be snowing next week in the northeast.
Yeah. You're absolutely spot on, mate. I totally get 110%. So, guys, you like what you if viewers like what you see, then please hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button as well, and it helps my channel to grow. If you like to super chat, or click on the join button, and if you like to become a member, and it's only 99p, so please consider becoming a member as well. If you do, that will be fantastic. Thank you so much indeed. If you watched the channel last week with John and Macy, as on playback, it's out on YouTube. Click on that. It's absolutely fantastic. Macy's absolutely outstanding. She's a big United fan. Big up to her as well. Right, we're going to talk about Sean Longstaff. Apparently, according to reports today, that he's turned down a new contract, a new 4-year deal, and it looks like he's going to be on his way. For me, I don't think he's good enough for Newcastle United. I think he needs to be moved on. I mean, I think he's gone backwards, in my opinion. And pardon me. And I'll go with Davey first. Welcome to the fans forum for the first time, mate. And again, what's your take on What's your take on Sean Longstaff turned down a new deal? And do you think it's time for him to go?
Can I say hello to my friend Lawrence Scullion first before I kick off?
Go for it.
I've thought Longstaff he's not been good for a long time. Ever since Benitez left, he's losing balls and he's trying to shoot. His shots are going like in the paddocks. You know, he's just not good enough. We've got much more quality in that squad than Longstaff, I think, in my opinion. But it's everyone's opinion, really, isn't it?
Absolutely, Davey. Absolutely, my guy. The thing is, right? I mean, in my opinion, I'm going to sound like Lingard. I mean, he ain't good enough for this team. He's gone backwards, and let's be real. And I think he's, from my opinion, I think it's a waste of space. I know people's going to say, "Oh no, he's a local lad," blah blah blah, sort of thing, but he ain't good enough for Newcastle United. Look, I'm sure he's a great guy, but at the end of the day, I just don't think he's good enough. We need quality in the midfield. It's been over too long, and we need new faces in the team, and that's what we need in the summer.
Yeah, definitely. Totally agree with you.
Champion stuff. Thank you. Big up to Brad, by the way. Hope you're okay.
Great, mate. Thank you.
Champion. Obviously, Jason and Ryan be in the chat as well soon. And what's your take on Sean Longstaff turning down a new deal?
I think probably a good decision for him personally, if that's what he's going to go for, because chances are when the new season starts, he's going to be even further down the order in terms of getting in the starting lineup, and he's from what he was like back talking 3 or 4 years ago. Now he's just completely lost that form, and he's not. You don't see anything from him. The games sort of just go on, and you don't really notice him in games, not making much of an impact when he gets a chance. So probably the best thing for him. I think I'll probably respect him for if he looks for a move at a championship club or something, rather than just sitting on our bench, possibly not getting many games at all. So probably the best thing for him, really.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, my chat is not working at all at the minute. Like, I don't know what's going on with my chat, live chat, but it's working. And there you go. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he's crying. He's not going to get first team action. Eddie Howe loves the guy. Obviously, he loves the guy, and he's going to do bits for Newcastle United. But in my opinion, I don't think he will do. Paul Dummett, for me, I mean, when I look back on it, I think Paul Dummett is worth a 1-year contract, even though his injury record's not the greatest. I can't lie. But on to Sean Longstaff, I think the Longstaffs can go. And we're going to talk about players should be going at the end of the season. And, yeah, I mean, he's gone backwards. I have to agree with you guys. He's gone backwards, in my opinion. And I only want... we are the richest club in the world now, right? We should act like the biggest club in the world now. We cannot have players wasters at our club, sort of thing, right? And we need to sweep the boom, get new faces in, and
Yeah.
that is the way it's going to be.
Our standard should be a lot higher than what we've got now. The pedigree. There's still 4 or 5 players in that squad since we last got relegated, and you know what I mean. That shouldn't be the case. We should have fresh blood, more hungry, a bit more money because we're rich now, but we need a new caliber of players. We need to up our game.
Absolutely. Well said. Well said. Got some comments in, by the way, people. And do keep those comments coming in and hit the like button as well. It does help the channel to grow immensely. Excuse me. I've got 2,239 subscribers on the channels list. Thank you so much indeed. I know it's a tough gig. It's hard. But look, at the end of the day, if I didn't think I was going to be any good at this, I would not be doing this at all. Big up to Mark there. How's it going, bro? Been watching the bloggers showing the Newcastle tops. I wonder if they'll go back to the old badge with Maggie on it. In the end of the day, we're on magpies, not seahorses. What do you think of that one, Brad? I mean, I don't know if you know this.
I think I'd seen a couple of there's a few photos with a few different sponsors on today. I think if that's the one. Yeah, I mean, I think it was quite well known that we were going to be changing the sponsors, and there might be a few, and obviously get a lot of revenue in the club, and coming from the new ownership, it was always sort of writing on the wall to do that, really. But yeah, it's always, hopefully they'll put a bit of inspiration from, like, you know, the city and the flags and the displays we've been doing, and you never know, we might get a couple of nice shirts. I suppose it'll be a nice bonus for us all.
Absolutely. And Davey?
I would love to see the brown ale back, but I don't think we'll get that back. It was awesome, but I think we'll get some sort of airline, like a I don't know. There's been so many going around, but I think we'll get someone quite awesome. It'll be some sort of airline. But the new shirts look really, really good.
It does, doesn't it? It really does, doesn't it? I don't mind the old top sort of thing, like, you know. I think it's fantastic, and it goes back in the year sort of thing. So big up for that. Let's say we get a new sponsorship as well. Probably Fly Emirates, one of them. It could be Saudi airline, like you mentioned as well. Big up. And got Mags. So we are the Mags. We are the Mags. We are the Mags. Yes, we are indeed. Slap up the likes and subscribe. Big up to I'm a Liverpool fan, and he's a great guy. 110%. Big up John the crew. And big up to again. Question realistically, who would you guys buy from the Premier League? There was one player we will not be buying. It's Jesse Lingard, which we're going to come on to in a bit. Yeah, so we've got to come on to him. And the main guy, what we chatting about, loads buying. Just stick around, my guy, and hopefully you will listen to us. And can't blame Longstaff, to be fair, around Madrid, Barca, Juve, Colchester interested. Wow. Oh my God, Brad. I can't see Sean being invested in the likes of Real Madrid. I'd be absolutely. In fact, I'd be starting drinking if he does move to Real Madrid. I'd be amazed.
I'd be canny bet for that. I think it'd be like a 2,000 to 1, 200,000 to 1.
Yes, it will never happen soon. And you're going to take Casemiro's place? I doubt it. About 30, I doubt it. Yeah, Vinicius Junior, I doubt it. Luka Modric, I doubt it. Yeah, not a chance at all.
Definitely.
Big up to Foxy, by the way. He is the expert of South American football. So any questions you got from South American football, who would be linked with Newcastle Paqueta, then big up, he's your guy. Big up to Static, by the way. Which I hope you're okay, mate. Breaking news as well that I'm going to do the live watch along tomorrow night between Spurs and Arsenal at 7:00 on my channel. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Good evening, all. Happy Wednesday to you, Gareth, as well. Hope you're okay. And big up to Ronald, by the way, and great guy. By the way, Longstaff, thank FC UK. Jason's going to be in the line. He's just going to log in. He's going to come in a bit. Back on to Sean. I mean, if you're going to mark out of 10, Dave, I'll come to you. How many marks out of 10 would you give him?
Longstaff, is that
Yeah.
For his performance overall over the season, or just
the time he's been playing there?
Maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, and
I won't give him much. He could do a lot better, but he's not trying.
Absolutely. And what about you, Brad?
Probably about a 6. It was coming on the scene. He was really impressive, wasn't he? Under Rafa, and you thought he was just gonna naturally go on to big things, and obviously with the Manchester United were interested at the time, weren't they, for quite big money? So that just showed you what sort of level he was at and what his potential could have been at the time. But obviously, it hasn't turned out that way for him for various reasons. Probably playing through the Bruce times probably didn't help him at all. So he's a bit it's hopefully he can sort of get his career back on track and have a bit of, obviously I don't think he's sure that he can reach the levels of what people are expecting, but if he can go to a championship club or something and do well, that's hopefully enjoys football. That might be the best thing for him.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna give him because he had good times with Rafa Benitez. I'm gonna give him a 6. That's only because he had good times with Rafa 5, 6. Yeah, but for me, I'm gonna give him probably a 6 on a basic 6, and because he has some good games, has some shocking games as well. I mean, the one thing I don't like about Sean Longstaff is he just keeps giving the ball away. And when he does give the ball away, it worries us so much. It really does. And I don't want to put a good guy down. I don't want to have a go at players or cuss them out. But at the end of the day, it has to be told. I have to be honest with the player, sort of thing. You know what I mean? And Brad knows that as well. So 6 out of 10 for me. And I do hope Sean gets a good club, though. Forest, Huddersfield, Sheffield United, Middlesbrough would be perfect for him. I have to agree, Foxy. I think a move to the Championship would be a fantastic. Can you imagine? We could have had 45 million quid for Man United. Yeah. Should have took the money, man. Yeah. Should have took the money because it's after this guy. Go on.
I think somewhere like the Scottish League as well would be ideal for him as well. Scottish League or the Championship would be ideal.
Absolutely. I think it'd probably end up. He'd probably be lucky and play for a Premier League team, someone like a Fulham or someone like that. And I think he'd do all right there. And if he does leave, I wish him the best of luck anyway. And big up to Static. I'm going to read your message on Static, mate, on Insta. So I'll check out on that, mate. I'm going to message you on Insta. Keep it the good work. Thanks so much indeed, mate. And Longstaff to Forest a callback. That's a good shout there from Ronald. And good shout, son, Davey. So I think it's a good shout. So I said sort of thing like I think in my opinion, I think he deserves to be aware, and I got no sympathy for. I also come on to Jesse Lingard. Basically, right, I mean, according to a post today, I looked at the Daily Telegraph today, and Newcastle's decided to pull the plug on this guy because he wanted something like 150k a week. And the thing is, we've been linked with him for a long, long time. And I'm glad and aware that they let us know now, because if it went through the summer, it would have been so frustrating. And someone to us and say, oh, they're going to pull out in the middle of July. It would have been a waste of time. So I'm glad to come out now, right? 150k a week. I mean, for a guy, he's going to be 30 in a few months' time. And what's your take, Pete? Davey.
You're on mute.
Davey, you're on mute. You're now. Can you hear us? Davey, you're on mute. I think he's on mute. I got it. Davey, you're. There you go. I'm going to type it in there. Davey, you're on mute, mate. You're on mute. I come to you, Brad. I
think I know it was even quoted above the 150k mark, really. So, let's be honest. He's at this stage. He's probably shopping around, seeing what clubs where he can go and what he can get the most weekly wage out of, which. He's probably going to struggle, to be honest, demanding that sort of money, especially in the situation he's in, coming from barely playing any football this season. But I'm glad that we're making a stand as a club, saying based on what the current wages are and what the players are on, we're not just going to bring you in and pay you a good percentage more than what the rest of the squad are on. That just doesn't make sense at this moment in time, especially. So, yeah, fair enough. I mean, he might end up going back around the houses later on if he doesn't strike a deal, and he might lower his demands, and we might get a deal done. You don't know, but yeah, at that price, definitely not. And I'm glad we're keeping away from it.
Absolutely. We might be the richest club in the world, but we're not a mug. We're not a mug team in the world. We're not a mug. It's as simple as that. We don't do mugs in this game. Never done mugs in the game of my life. It ain't gonna happen anytime soon. We've got Delbert coming on for a preview and ask the game. I've got Lottie on Friday coming on, but I'm gonna try and get Davey as not Davey. I'm gonna try and get Delboy as well. So I will chat to him tomorrow, Ryan. So that'd be fantastic. We might have a show on Friday, neat. No good saying should have took the money for Nan for Sean. We knew the club would never have seen the money. That's from Michael. That's fair enough shout there. Think he's into his foes. Yeah, I think he's popped out for a bit. Big up to Jason, by the way. Hope you're okay, mate. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, I got soaked on the way home from work.
Yeah, sorry about that, mate.
Absolutely drenched.
Wow. So, hope you're drying up a bit. We talk about Sean Longstaff, and I think this guy's done at Newcastle United. I mean, he's turned down a new 4-year deal, and he wants to leave the club at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I really do not know what Eddie sees in him, to be perfectly truthful with you. I think a large percentage of the fans don't really want him anymore here. He's not, we're going back to the Rafa era. That's when Sean Longstaff was the best. He had his injury and he's just declined ever since there. He's just constantly going down and down. It's like he only had one touch in the second half in the last game, I think it was. It's really horrible. Why Eddie's offered him a 4-year deal is beyond me. I don't know why he's even wanting to. I don't know what he sees in him, to be honest. Just like I don't know what he sees in a certain striker, but I just don't know what he sees in him to offer him a deal. So in a way, I'm kind of happy that he's turned down the offer because it means we can get him off the books. Because to be fair, it's not his. I don't think it's his. The Premier League is the right level for him, and in the summer we're going to be bringing in players. He's going to go down the pecking order as it is anyway.
Right, sir. Squad space for me, mate. Honest to God, you're absolutely right. I just don't get it at all whatsoever. And we're supposed to be the richest club in the world, right? I want to see elite players coming into Newcastle United. And I mean elite players. I mean, top quality players. Between top quality and elite, that's what I want to see. You know what I mean? We want to win things, yeah? We want to bridge that gap between us and Man City and Liverpool. You know what I mean? We want to make statements in the summer. People say to us and say, yeah, but you got to take steps by steps. But at the end of the day, right, you just got to go for it. You know what I mean? I mean, Chelsea, we don't know what Chelsea could be like next season. We don't know what United's could be like next season. Or Man United, sorry. We don't know what Arsenal on top would bring to the table. You know what I mean? But listen, at the end of the day, I think, in my opinion, I think we should give it a real go. I mean, next season. What do you think of that one, Jace?
Which was that?
We should take that. Do you think we should close the gap? And not fully, but halfway. Do you go for a top 6 finish next season, perhaps?
For me, I think next season we should just focus on establishing ourselves as a force in the league, and not have every single season having to have a relegation battle. I just want to have a comfortable season next season where we don't have to be in that area, and then build from that each season. If we can have a cup run, I'll be quite happy with a cup run. But next season, I want to be like mid top half of the table without having to worry about being in that lower half. Then the season after, we can start thinking about Europe. We just got to slowly build, not be like Man City and just go for the best players there and then.
Definitely. Big up to you, Ryan. Big up to you, mate. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys? Yeah, I'm all right.
Fantastic. Always good to see you, Ryan. I mean, the guy says how it is, and and he talks a lot of sense as well. And I'm going to read this one. So often players like Longstaff, new contract doesn't feel for confidence for the summer transfer window. That's a mark. Well, you're absolutely right, mate. Longstaff looks great to start with, then they got injured. 2 years after Bruce, he was ruined. Hope he finds a good club and best luck in the future. Michael, 100% agree with you there. How about a John Sclair TV mug? If I do the merch, right, and if I get a sponsor, then I'll tell you something, mate, that will be absolutely fantastic. The Canadian Mountie is in the house.
Oh, no. It's the Canadian Zorro. We all know that.
Zorro. Oh, no. He's a great guy. It's ever since he came on with that pink cape, the hat, and the little mask.
There's a red cape.
Zorro. Red cape, pink cape, whatever. I'm expecting the next time to come when you just start going.
I'm not looking too much like a Canadian because it's 27 degrees today. Like this whole week's been insane. It's been really hot.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, 27 Celsius, wow, that'd be fantastic, people. I mean, hope Davey comes back in, by the way. I think he's fantastic. He's brilliant. Talks a lot of senses too. I was going to say, what do we all think? We'll talk about Kit in a minute, but Ryan, we'll talk about Sean Longstaff, right? Basically, offered a 4-year deal. Then he goes to reject it and he wants to leave the club, right? I think he needs to find a good club and to help his career, get his career back on track. What's your take on? Do you think he's right to turn down a 4-year deal, or do you think he needs to go?
Well, I think if there's any truth in all this like 4-year stuff and that he rejected it, I'd say good luck to him, because I feel like where we want to aim, it's just he's just gonna go down the pecking order, and we're just gonna buy better players, and I don't see how he gets into it. Like, yeah, like you could call him a victim of bad management under Bruce, but I feel like that we're in transition now and we want to move forward. I feel like we shouldn't be like relying and like waiting on players to phase out of the victim of bad management phase that Bruce had them in. I feel like most of them we just got to clear out, and not just Longstaff, but I'd say Jeff Hendrick and like Isaac Hayden could probably go before him, but who knows? Like, it's hard to predict what's going to happen. Like, we're all excited about what's coming this summer, but who knows? Like, who knows where like most of these players will go, because the squad we have now is like a lot of them are all like championship. Like, at our peak, we're like a mid-table club, I'd say. But
yeah,
we've overachieved with Eddie Howe and like shoring up defense and stuff like that. So I think I'd sell him, to be honest.
Well, he's a fee.
I can talk about Jeff Hendrick like that. He's going to be a god next season for us.
Wow. Well, he's got 1 year left on his contract anyway, so thank good riddance to him and that.
No, I think he's got 2 after this. He signed a 4-year deal 2 years ago.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. My bad. My wrong. What do you all think of the kit? The third kit looks good, and the new home is black to proper strips.
Isn't the third?
I don't think I've actually seen it, to be honest.
Isn't the third kit the blue and yellow one?
I think there's only the 2 at the minute, yeah. So whether that's the third one. Apparently, the away one's going to be white with green on. Supposedly.
For me, I'd like to see the numbers and the lettering on the back of the shirt change from red to gold, kind of like what we had in the championship, but with the actual, like, it'll look better with the Premier League font.
Has the club released this?
No, nothing yet. Just a couple of leaks, supposedly.
I think last year's kit was perfect for me. Like, the stripes weren't too thick. There's a good amount of black and white. And then the way any neon away kit is just so lazy. But I thought the third kit was nice, the purple and neon.
Yeah.
I don't mind neon, because at least if the lights go out, we'll still be able to see each other.
Yeah.
We're just glowing in the dark.
But at the same time, right now, if Adidas or Nike came in, like, sorry, Castori, but I'd have to like remove you as our sponsorships. Like, I'm all about the big brands when it comes to sports.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion on Castori went straight downhill as soon as that humongous 4 appeared in the front of the shirt.
What are they thinking with the collar? I have no idea. The collar just doesn't work with the black and white, I feel.
Yeah, it wasn't the best shirt.
No.
I think it's really interesting in the summer. Excuse me. I'm going to get a new strip at top as well. And also, I'm going to go a Newcastle top in the competition. So if I hit 50 members, so keep your eyes peeled for that.
Also, whatever sponsor comes in, it can't be just all blue because then it like fades. It doesn't blend in. Like they have to cut out the black and white like strips, and they gotta like go around it. That's why the 4 came in because it's around the sponsor, around the collar.
My favorite shirt, what shirt I always wear is my Adidas NTL shirt.
Yeah, the old school Adidas kits are the best. I'll probably continue to buy them.
100%. Got 47 people watching. Thank you so much indeed, people. Absolutely fantastic turnout. Thanks so much indeed. And big up to my favorite podcaster, Macy. Hello to you.
John's red.
You're supposed to cough after that.
Definitely not a red. And Macy backs up on us anyway. Is that Brad? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's me.
Is that Brad?
Hello.
Hey. I tell you what it is, right? I mean, Macy's brilliant, by the way. And hey, everyone, couldn't give a toss about Longstaff. Won't raise his sleep over him not signing a new deal. Daniel, you're always welcome to come on my show at any time, yeah? And for the fans forum, yeah? You're always welcome to, yeah? It'd be great to get you on my channel at some, wherever you want to. Big up to Macy again. If Newcastle want to compete, I generally think keeping Longstaff is a bad idea. She's absolutely right. Totally agree. And Jason, no, good to see you. And everyone's hopes okay. Just have a look as well. Third kit is horrible. I haven't even checked the third kits, people. I've not chatted. Bernard Lascelles are not good enough for the Premier Pierce list. That's a Marco. Wow. I mean, Lascelles not good enough.
Lascelles is heavily linked to a return to Forest, isn't he?
I'll tell you what, guys, right? If they get promoted, I'll be quite happy to drive with them myself. Tesla 21 picking up, right? I'm driving there. Don't worry about the receipt, okay? I just drop in there. He is not good enough for my club at all whatsoever. The only reason we offered Longstaff a deal because of his age, there's opportunities to get a good sell-on fee for him. Chelsea do all the time. Even with the players that are nowhere near the first team, he is not good enough for my club. I'm sorry, he has to go. John should get a Joe Litton Hawaiian shirt. Yeah. I wonder if that suits this. Big up, Pete, by the way. You okay, my guy?
Yeah, Danny.
You kind of good stuff. We talk about Sean Longstaff, and they're going to come to Jesse Lingard in a bit. We chatted about Sean Longstaff being offered a new deal. He's turned it down. And now he's going to be on his way. And what do you think?
Well, if he said if he's turned it down because he wants more minutes in football, then maybe can you understand him because he's gone down the pecking order a little bit. I mean, look at the likes Shelby, Bruno, Joe Linton, Willock in a way as well is getting ahead of him now. I mean, even because if he did sign the contract, he wouldn't be guaranteed lots of minutes. No chance, I don't think he would be. And personally, I think we should be moving him on. Yeah.
We got 3 fit midfielders, man. Like this is kind of why I want the season to end already now.
And personally, I think we should be moving him on. I think he's not been the same since Rafa left. Which is a bit of a shame. But
Cabbage ruined him.
What about Matty? Would you keep Matty or both Longstaffs go?
I think they're both out of contract.
I've got the feeling both of them will go because I think we will strengthen in that position for next season.
They're both out of contract. End of June? Yeah.
Will be, yeah.
Sean Longstaff will be 100%.
Both of them will be.
Yeah, both of them.
Which is Hendrick the other one that's outstanding that hasn't already been decided whether it's
Hendrick's gotta go. He's never good enough to begin with.
There's
He's got
how could you say
well?
Yeah, there's nothing said about anything about an extension, and rightly so. Either I don't think there's any chance of that.
Breaking news: 6-year deal for Hendrick.
Yeah. Don't upset Pete, Davey on that one. Davey, meet the guys. You haven't seen them before, and hopefully you can welcome, by the way, guys. And you're taking on Jeff Hendrick, Davey. Would you keep him or would you just get rid of him?
Oh my word, Jeff Hendrick is just not good enough. He just can't cut it, and he just can't cut it for Newcastle. He seems like a nice guy, but he's more like a championship player. You know what I mean? He comes on the field and he tries, but he's just not good enough.
Yeah,
That's being honest.
Got to move away from grafters to actual quality.
Exactly. We are the richest club in the world, and we need to get some. So I love Danielle's comments, by the way, when she said that she won't lose any sleep. I think we all won't lose any sleep out of this guy. He is not good enough whatsoever. Big up to Stefan, by the way, and we'll be okay. We need to go after 3 players now: Strakosha, Eriksson, Belotti. For me, what's the panel wants? One, the free transfer. I think Belotti's going to stay in Italy. Right? I don't think he'll come to the Premier League.
I have been saying for months to get Strakosha.
Do you know what it is, Jason? I would as well. He could play the ball out from the back as well, and he'd do it really, really well. I mean, he's one of the better players this season for Lazio. I can't lie. Oh, Chelsea just scored, by the way, people.
He is a great keeper.
Chelsea
just scored. Mason Mount, people.
Yikes.
What about a keeper from Burnley? That's Nick Pope. He's absolutely fantastic.
Yes,
the whole idea of buying players that will go down, I can't get on board with that. Like, I feel like there's quality within relegated sides. Look at Andy Robertson.
To be fair, I don't really want to go for another Burnley player. We've had 2, and they've both been flops.
Yeah, Hendrick was one of them, and Chris was another one as well. We're gonna come to Chris Wood in a minute, by the way, as well. So he's not going to be escaping criticism as well. Wasn't long ago when Man United wanted to buy Longstaff. That's very true, and Rafa turned us down. Big up to George, by the way. You do subscribe to my channel, George, if that's okay, mate. You may have done. If you haven't, please do so. Would you be happy to sell ASM, or do you think he has the potential at this football club, Brad?
Probably in the short term, I would think so, just because of the money we pay for him is to stick around, but and the fact that I can't see any club really coming in for him. But where he's going to fit in the next sort of couple of years, I don't know. Depending, he'll just be cover in case we need him. As that's as far as I think it'll go, really.
Yeah. I have to agree. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, this is a touchy subject now about ASM. I know Ryan's getting fed up with it, which I can understand. I've got to go on to ask Davey as well with ASM. What's your take on ASM? Would you be happy to send 50 mil, or would you keep him for one more season with better players so you fix up?
If you look at example, when Andy Cole first came to Newcastle, he was scoring goals all the time, right? And until defenders knew his game, right? It's the same with Maximum now. Players know how he plays, and there's about 4 or 5 players on him all the time, and he's got no chance. But I would keep him. I would keep him for another season or 2, and see how it goes from there. I mean, the players we'll get, they might improve him, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good comment. I'll keep him for one more season, and with better players. I know people are saying that get rid of him. Yeah, he's got 1 assist since September as well, which is that's not good enough, really. That ain't good enough. I can't lie.
With ASM, for me, I don't see his future at the club, but I would give him one more season. It's just the fact that right now, in his position, he's our best. He just walks straight into the team. There is no one to challenge him for his position.
Yeah.
Bring someone in to challenge him, and then we will see if he's worthy enough to be a part of the team. One season, I'll give him. If he doesn't, if whoever gets brought in his position keeps him out of the team, then it's obvious he ain't good enough and needs to be moved on.
The only time I'd feel like if to get rid of ASM for me is if he phases out of the team and he becomes like a squad player. And he's too valuable as that. He'll probably want game time. This is why we need competition for him. And I know Foxy can echo me, but I'd take Luis Sinistera from Feyenoord this summer.
Yes,
he's young. He's going to be 23 in June. Left winger as well. I'd take him.
I watched on YouTube, and I tell you, he plays so wide outside left, and I tell you what, he's quite skillful, Ryan, and he's quite skillful.
Well, if we're looking at ASM, I feel like I thought about this yesterday. I feel like he almost needs to go back to basics as a winger, make runs, and just be his man and put crosses in. But I saw another stat today where his XA went down, like his expected assists went down the second half of the season. And I feel like that's due to Chris Wood, to be completely honest, because like I don't really buy into this or subscribe to this thing about that he should with better players around him, because like the players around him really are Matt Target, Joe Linton, and Wood. All the other players are all across the pitch, and I think Matt Target and Joe Linton, they play well and they link up well with ASM. I think it's just Chris Wood. His movement's wrong. He's got no mobility, and I believe we'll see a better ASM with Callum Wilson.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I try to support Chris Wood, by the way, and do my best, but
I mean, what was that for a header against Man City?
Oh, I was pissed off about that. That could have changed the game.
It
All
was
he had to do was put his head through that, and that could go in.
It was a carbon copy of that one that he had against Everton.
Correct. Absolutely correct. I know people say on there, oh, we can Burnley. We can Burnley. No, we haven't. I mean, Burnley, right? I still probably may just do it this year. They may just make it, But the bottom line is, right? I mean, 25 million. What do you think? He's been quite one bad. 25 million for Chris Wood. They must be laughing at us.
Oh, I think they were probably laughing on the way to the bank now.
Yeah, they will be. I just can't. I couldn't understand the from what was available in the market. We could have picked up Weghorst ourselves for 10 or 12 million pound. I just don't. For what the thing for me is for what we've signed him for and what we're expecting. We didn't need to pay 25 million for that sort of player.
No.
We're just like, it's not like we're paying 25 million for someone who he's going to score. We know he's proven he's going to score goals because we knew what he was, but we just paid it anyways. So, and there's a huge amount of players in Europe of that ability that'll cost you from the German league or Dutch league probably cost you like
$5 million,
between 5 and 10 million. So it's just really strange.
It's the Premier League tax and the fact that we're desperate as hell.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for a goal scorer, all he's got is 2 goals in 16 appearances.
Yeah.
And then some people are still saying, "Oh, he's done a wonderful job." And people are saying as well that if he keep us up, then he's been a part of that. Well, I'm sorry, but listen, I don't want to cuss a player out, but at the end of the day, the reason we'll stay up is because our defense and people like Bruno have chipped in goals from midfield. Our attack really hasn't done enough for me this year, in my opinion.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, Wilson's still our top goal scorer when he just came back from a 6-month injury. That tells you everything, that we need better attackers.
Absolutely. I've got Fox in there. If the club wanted to keep him, loan him out next season, then hope he does well to sell for a decent price. That's how we should be doing it. To think we missed taking 20 mil for Man United, where it's actually 45 million quid. Luis Felipe for Lazio. 1 free transfer also from Brazil. Connections to Bruno, very good defender. Yeah, again, he's been absolutely fantastic. He's a good defender. He does love to get a yellow carded, by the way, quite a bit. I've noticed that. We took Ronda from the relegated team, and he was our player of the season. That's very, very true.
Well, I mean, there's talent in those relegated teams.
Yeah. Absolutely. We took Hornets that Jonas Gutierrez already getting Mallorca, and he turned it into Spider-Man. I tell you what, that guy, I love Jonas. He worked his socks off for the flipping team, and this guy, and people agree with this as well, this guy is an absolute legend. That is one guy I would love to get on my YouTube. Get him on there, and I would do my bit. I mean, Gutierrez. If he gives marks out of 10, how many marks out of 10 did he give Jonas?
Wow.
11. Just for his passion alone, especially when he came back from the whole deal that he had, and then he scored the goal that kept us up. 11. Jonas definitely a legend.
Ryan, what about you, Jonas?
I mean, I don't really want to be the kind of guy, but my first ever Newcastle game I watched was his last game, so I can't really judge, to be fair.
That's fair enough. Brad.
Not too sure.
You're not around then?
When was it? When was it?
He came 2008 and he left the club, I think it's a 2014
Tony,
season.
it was
15.
Yeah, it was that when was that the season before we went down. Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
All that goal,
yeah.
People he left.
Oh,
that's
that's
when,
game against West Ham. That was it. Yeah, it was,
Sissoko and
when Carvel was in charge.
that was the one. Just like I say, he was just one of them players. He could just dribble with the ball, very direct, wasn't he? Always had a few good random goals in him from what I remember, and just had that. Just one of them loyal players to the club. He stuck around through the bad times and just one of them great guys who just deserves a lot of respect for what he done for the club. But wasn't the greatest of players, and he'll admit that himself. We all knew that, but we all respected him for what he gave for the badge. So
absolutely right. And go on, Pete. I'll let you have the honours of Jonas. Marks out of 10.
Probably about 9 or 10. He did have maybe 1 or 2 bad seasons.
Yeah.
But other than that, really, really fantastic. He was passionate guy as well, and he still talks about us a lot of the time as well, and always says great things about us.
Absolutely. Big up to Statman Subs, by the way. I hope you're okay, my guy, and absolutely fine, mate. I hope you're okay as well. No one's paying 50 mil for ASN. 35 maximum we will get.
yeah.
Good evening to Josh off in India. Hope you're okay from Mumbai, and all the gang as well. Big up. And if we got to George, a dollar goes to the baller. What goalkeeper would you like to see join the club? That is a very good question. Lafont for non-target. I'll go on there. What do you think, Jason? I'll start with you. Which goalkeeper would you like to see?
Thomas Chakosha.
For that, so yeah, it'd be him or Lafont. I'll swing towards Kosha. Ryan.
I'd probably go with Dean Henderson, to be honest. I mean, the only problem with him is maybe he might be a bit rusty from not playing, but I feel like he's probably ready to actually play. But I mean, obviously, it's hard to judge keepers, to be honest, but I think I'd take him just from his time at Sheffield.
Yeah, fair enough. And what about you? Let's look at this one. Go on then, Brad.
I'm not quite sure yet on that one. I think maybe Dean Henderson, maybe, but I'm not quite sold on him, to be honest. If the fee was right, then possibly, but I just don't know how. It's a bit of a situation where what do we do with Dubravka? Because probably is he going to be a number 2 for the club? But probably not. But so it's a fine balance of can we just sort of get someone in as a number 2, and then naturally it just sort of crosses over when Dubravka's had a few 2 or 3 more seasons in him. I don't know, but Henderson probably wouldn't be that signing. But it's a tough one, really. Lafont, I would like to have it as a number 1.
100%. Along my line.
If I had to choose.
He was deemed to be like France's next best keeper, John? But like it's Mike Manuel that kind of took that mantle now.
Absolutely. I was going to comment to him as well, but I'd love to see Mike Manuel come to Newcastle. I really would. And I tell you what, I mean, I've got to say now, I think the Premier League is such a strong league. It's absolutely incredible, man. But if you get Newcastle coming from for him and offer them money in Milan is too good to refuse, then cool. I don't think Milan's going to refuse that money because they're going to get taken over by those Bahrainian people, investor corp people there, and they have got billions, man. And
last night we was also on Paul's show. We were talking about Ajax's keeper Onana. He could be a decent option.
Didn't you say he's
off into Milan? He's opted into Milan, Jason, on a 4-year contract.
I told you yesterday. I swear
we
I remember
got
John saying
we got the money. We can hijack it.
Oh, God.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Big up to Jan, by the way. Get some good money for ASM. Get a proper winger. So go on to the next one. Big up to Kate, by the way. She's absolutely never met her. I think she's lovely. Hi, John. Guess how yours doing? Big up to Jonathan as well, your partner as well. And Kate is so spot on, so polite as well. Jagalski from Fiorentina. I think he's a decent keeper. I watched him against Atlanta. I didn't watch him live, but he was man of the match that day a couple of seasons back. He was absolutely outstanding. 10 out of 10 for the Italian journalists as well. The problem I have with signing foreign keepers is they could end up like Matt Sells, absolutely woeful. Well, all it is true. That is true. But I think Matt Sells came in too early. I think first season was absolutely shocking. I can't lie. Yeah, I can't lie. He was terrible. But he's doing well for Strasbourg, by the way, people. He's doing really, really well. And I've got Ginger as well. John, can people start linking us in Solanke? I tell you what, I spoke to my mate today, Davey, right, at work, and I just had a laugh. 38 million quid for this guy. Absolutely no chance.
No way.
38 million. That's what Bournemouth wants.
He scored 3 goals all season, lads. He's just not good enough. Something like that. He's just, we can do better than that, can't we? You know,
John, do you still want Rhian Brewster?
Wow.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, that'll never.
Well, over this pace, but nah, not for me. But Dominic Solanke, not a chance. Not. I tell you what, if Eddie Howe does buy him, I'll be very, very disappointed, people. If he signs him,
I tell you how I'd go for, lads, is Danny Ings. I'll go for Danny Ings as a second striker, maybe.
Short term to get us goals.
Number 10.
Yeah, he's
number 10 role.
Yeah, definitely. He's a proven goal scorer, isn't he?
Absolutely, David. Absolutely, mate. But I'll be disappointed if we get this guy. I'm telling you, Solanke, no thank you. Big up to you, man, Sir Hansel. Absolutely great. And Ginger as well. Did you see the new leaked kits? I like the blue and gold. I'm going to check out later on, and I heard that a couple of shirts are really, really good. The sponsors looks fantastic, if it's going to be on sponsorship, and we should see about that. But yeah, hope you liked it as well, Ginger. That's Big Stefan Shakosha signed 1 fee for 6 mil, and then salary. Lafont, £50 million, and then salary. That's why Shakosha wins, but Lafont's very good, but also expensive as well. We need money for other players. That is very true. I think Shakosha will do well in the Premier League. I think he played the ball out from the back. I think he's not daft. And I watched him live, and he's an able keeper, by the way. I'll go with Jason on that one as well. Big up to Larry Strawberry, by the way. Hope you're okay. Do subscribe to my channel, mate. Hit the subscribe button if you can. I believe that's the first time. And big up to Geordie again. Goodness seems to be talking Poodle about the club already sounding like Solanke, and this is only the start. I think they're trying to degrade our ownership, which is totally wrong. I'm going to clap to that one there. Honestly, he's absolutely right, people. He's absolutely right, because at the end of the day, right, we know our targets, Ryan, don't we? We know who to buy. Eddie Howe is.
Huh? He's frozen.
Got it.
Listen to the way Sinclair freezes.
We're taking over the show now.
I've already got a Sinclair award coming up already, and now I've got another one to do. Welcome to the John Freezes show.
I was just typing. I hear him say something about we know our transfer target, Ryan. I switch tabs, and he's just frozen.
Okay, what position do we need to strengthen the most in the summer?
Defense.
Two areas, pretty much.
We need a striker and winger priority for me this summer.
Another midfielder.
We need an absolute monster of a defender, like a young Yap Stam to dominate that defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're fine. I think we're fine for our fullbacks. I'd keep what we have now is okay for me.
Mm.
Fernandez out the door, bring in someone else.
I think all the defenders could be out the door, apart from Sharon, Burn.
Thing is, I love Fernandez. I think he's a grafter. He might not be the quickest, but he's a really good defender.
Yeah, he's been our best defender for a few years now for me.
Yeah, I think the first thing we need to do as soon as the window opens is make targets loan deal permanent.
Oh yeah, that should be our first signing.
What's the 50-20 for him? I think it's early.
Dave, you're sounding a bit like a robot right now.
Yeah, you're going laser voice.
Honestly, guys, it's
Oh, look who's decided to join us.
He's on his phone now.
I mean,
No-
thing is,
no
right,
green screen.
the PC's not working at all, but I'm back here, sort of thing. I can't read the comments yet, but I will be reading the comments very, very soon. So I'm going to get us back on. 2 seconds. I'm getting out of here. 2 secs. 2 secs.
Sweeney says we should go for Patrick. He's not talked about. I'd agree with that. So many strikers out there to get.
Patrick, yeah. I mean, he started hitting some.
Thing
form
is,
early.
this is going to be a big year for strikers because you look at the big six too. Like Chelsea, they might get rid of Lukaku. They might need a replacement for that. Man United are probably going to get a few strikers. I'm bringing them up because I feel like they're going to be a competition going forward in transfer markets.
Do you think we'll go back in for Ekitike
Oh, I don't know.
or Jonathan David?
Johnny D.
I'd take him, but he's been out of form lately.
Big up. I'm back again, people. I do apologise there. John, you coming to the Newcastle Arsenal game on Monday night? Kate, I'd love to, but I'm working that day and there's a Monday night game. But I am going to go to more games next season, by the way, people, and I'm going to be prepared. So, big trust on that one, Kate. Next time up, Kate and Jonathan, I'd definitely meet you and go out for a drink before the match or what happens. So, that'd be fantastic. I like coffee to you. Let's say Brewster kicks heads and smokes. I like that. Lucas Paqueta would be number one signing in the summer. Last one, Jordy. Pete agreed, lost his head in that one as well. Do you think, Pete?
Oh, yeah, I would love him. I think he would be good. I think Bruno's trying to tempt the owners to get him in. Can you blame him? No, because he's a really quality player, Lucas Paqueta.
He is indeed. Yes, he is. I totally agree. I mean, he was unlucky at Milan as well, by the way. But the bottom line is, I just think, he's just a bit too young to go to the Italian league, but you just never know. But I think he's good at Leon, and I think he'd be okay. Big up to Mason, by the way. We did take that Japanese striker from Celtic, Kyogo, by the way. I tell you what, he is absolutely decent, by the way. A lot of injuries, by the way, but he is a damn good player. He's quick, he scores goals, direct, skillful. You know what? I think he'd be a great backup striker at Newcastle. I really do think that. Mason, by the way, please hit the subscribe button, mate. If you can, that'd be fantastic. Thank you so much.
We'll be cursed with that Celtic striker. It'll be like Muto, where he doesn't get any games. Imagine.
You think he'll be backup?
Almost forgot about him.
Especially when we've got a player like Chris Wood. You think he's going to be backup to Chris Wood?
Get rid.
Really?
Get rid.
God, anyone could start instead of Chris Wood. I even said last night I'd rather have level 7 Dave playing instead of bloody Chris Wood.
Absolutely. At least he's got more passion, by the way. He's got more passion. And I tell you what I get, though. This is going to shock a lot of people, right? I'll take, I'll start to warm this guy now, Eddie Nketiah.
Oh, I don't know about him.
I would actually. He's been on a bit of a run, but can he do it next season, though?
Yeah, what if he's just playing? What if he's just?
It's a hard one, man.
I'm 50-50 in Nketiah.
I think we'll get better. I think we've got the money. Never know. We can get better.
Oh, Leeds are down to 10 men.
Again?
How the hell?
It's down to 10 men again?
Yeah. I think it's Dan James.
Oh, my
Dan
God.
James. Wow.
It's a straight
We
red.
had a red card against Arsenal. They've got another one against Chelsea.
What did you get sent off for? Was that a dangerous tackle again?
I
Straight
think
red.
so. I feel bad for Jesse Marsh.
I'd do as
I mean,
well.
that tackle was
I'll do as well.
absolutely
Shocking.
Oh, the Luke
that-
one, yeah.
That tackle on Martinelli was absolutely shocking, by the way. He had to go. Newcastle have to go higher. Sorry with City buying Haaland. Newcastle have to go with Osimhen or bust this team. We'll never be a big team unless we aim higher. Brad,
love
do you
Osimhen
think Ginger's... Osimhen, I'd take him all day long.
The one thing I don't get is how they've managed to agree a deal and have contracts in place when the window isn't even open yet.
Pre-contracts that happen all the time, isn't it?
I mean,
Where's FFP on this? I mean, Man City can just spend for fun.
yeah.
Crazy, man.
Well, according to
Absolutely
some people, FFP's out the window. Who knows?
Exactly. Is there any more news on potential sponsorship deals? Not yet, man. So not yet. And I know people are making
I'm
names
not
up.
funny. This part's supposed to be finishing at the end of the season.
So they have done it. They're going to announce it at the end of the season.
I think funny. It's definitely finishing at the end of the season. I'm pretty sure it is.
Hold your hats to that one. Peter's normally right, by the way. Big up, live. Thanks so much indeed, mate, for subscribing. And I'm back again. I heard that the way shirts is green and white, Saudi colours, and have something that resembles the city of Newcastle on. I don't know if it's true or not. That's from Geordie. It'd be very interesting. Very interesting. No one's talking about Patrick Schick. He's one of the best around. That's Ryan. You're a big fan of him, are you, Jason?
I don't know much about him. I never really heard of the lad until I see that goal he got against Scotland. I mean, he hasn't had the best couple of years, I think, but this season he's actually been scoring pretty well and doing some pretty good stuff, and I wouldn't mind taking him.
I wouldn't say he's an elite striker, but I tell you what, though, he is just getting better and better and better. And Leverkusen, he needs to bulk up a bit, though. If he can bulk up, I think you've got to play in there 110%. If you choose 3 players to sell in the summer, I'll start with you, Ryan. Who would you sell or get rid?
Matt Ritchie, Kieran Clark, and Jeff Hendrick.
Brad.
Hendrick, Clark, and what was I supposed to say? Possibly Gill. I think Gill. Yeah.
Fair enough. Pete.
We'll think 3.
I think I would have to agree with thingy as well. Kale, Clark, and Hendrick as well.
Fair enough. And Jason.
Chris Wood, and Chris Wood.
3 Chris Woods, eh? I would sell for me. I'm not going to tell you, but I've asked the questions. But for me personally, Kieran Clark. I would get rid of Jeff Hendrick and Dwight Gale, and the rest would just take care of us good selves, by the way. Right attacking players who can score goals. That's in Ginger. He wants a front 3, by the way, and I have to go with him as well. Let it go besides the Wi-Fi. Striker, right wing, Cam. Centre back, left back, goalkeeper. Ollie. We need to bring players in who brings a different dimension. 2 strikers, 2 mids, 2 centre backs, and a good left winger. Yeah, that's very, very true. And let's go back to this one as well, because I've got so many people as well come on to have this here. I mean, people saying Patrick Schick is too slow for the Premier League. But still, yeah, see, don't see Eddie. I'd have say there's a big change at the summer. It's younger players coming in. And I'm going to come on to about Jesse Lingard people. I mean, Jason, are you surprised that Newcastle's pulled out the deal for Jesse Lingard?
No, not really. I think that's actually been dragging on a bit too long. It's been going on since the January window, and Man United started messing us around with it. So I think we'll just end up going engaged. No, we're not bothered about it no more. Go and get someone better and possibly someone younger as well. That's going to spend years at the club and not a couple of years.
Oh, Theo, I was checking on something there. I think it's to do with Rudiger. Oh, Lukaku. I don't know what's going on there, but they fell. Could it be offside? Sorry about that, peeps. Yeah, I'll agree with you there, Jason, by the way. I think I read that. Patrick is slow and target man, and Ryan Osimhen has to be proven against Prem teams, and Napoli has to see him close off his dodgy transfer list. I'd take him 110%.
Osimhen, yeah, I'd take him.
Again, though, what about Debaya? I mean, he's going to be on a free.
Did you say Debaya?
Debaya, whatever his bloody name is. That guy that plays for Juve.
Yeah.
Hello, you off to Inter Milan, people. You're not be coming to Newcastle, but
Oh, we'll be coming.
to
He'll be coming to us. He knows how to play in black and white.
Ooh, Paulo Dybala.
Yeah.
Oh,
He plays in black and white, so why not come to England and play in black and white?
true. Well, maybes. PF said they're going to push the limits of the FFP in the summer, so we could look at a huge transfer window. That's a manslaughter. Wow. Would you take that black lad who scored against Rangers and Leipzig? Nkuku, his name is, and you scored. Ryan, you know about this guy, don't you? Nkuku.
I'd probably take him over Paqueta, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, well, they're both attacking midfielders. I think he's quality.
Take them both.
Absolutely. I mean, look, end of the day, why not take another a new look team? I take a new look team any day of the week. And Sheik is one of the best scoring strikers in Europe. He is quality. He has to be scoring goals. So Muto was only brought in because of something to do with that fun 88. That's the Ollie. We don't know that. At least out of 10. And all that bothers Chelsea winning, and so mathematically safe. And then Ryan says, probably Sheik, I think he's second to Lewandowski in front of Haaland in the Bundesliga. Yes, he is. Wouldn't pay no more than 40 mil for Paqueta. No way, he's worth 20. More than Bruno. Leon will be laughing to get that price. Darwin Nunev, Osimhen, Sheik, and Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham is going to stay in Italy for another season. And
I can't see him leaving.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Why would he want to come back to England and deal with all the shitty press? I feel like English players do better abroad.
I agree. I kind of agree there. And make him learn. I take Tammy, but not Sheik. Question for Ryan.
Sancho was a world beater at Dortmund, and he's not really shown fireworks at Man United this season.
Fair enough. Question for Ryan. Do you think the men's Canadian Geordie Gaffer can make a move to European League clubs such as the Premier League or the Championship?
I think John Herman could definitely manage in the Championship. I think he's a really good manager. He could probably do something like Graham Potter did, manage in like Sweden, like play in Europa or Conference League. Like, obviously, he's well aware of how tournaments work. So, I mean, yeah, I think it'd be good, but I'd keep him for the World Cup for Canada, and I don't see him leaving.
I don't see him leaving neither at all. Sorry, Sheik's not that good. He's okay, but Tammy is better than Osimhen. Osimhen. John Sheik is 6'3". He's Wood version 2. That's a bit strong, isn't it, Pete? Pat Sheik as Chris Wood 2.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Definitely.
Wow. Wow. That's a tough one there. That's a debate that's going to be kept on and on, by the way. Let's look at this one as well. Me messages is jumping. I do apologize about that. And 3 players, the first both Longstaff, Gale. Oh, for goodness sake, people. I double clicked it again. Sorry, I can't see myself on it. Anyway, I'm going to go on to this one. Evening, folks. Chelsea won 1-0. Toon mathematically safe. There we are. Clark Hendrick, Gale. And I can't get any more comments. I'm going to have to.
What is going on?
Oh, my God. If we're talking about players,
I thought he's reading out another comment.
Hey,
Like, John, you have this comment highlighted right now.
In terms of that comment, yeah, I think if you listen to any offers for Miggy and Lascelles as well.
Yeah.
That's me. So if I don't read the comments, I do apologize. If you're talking players who make a bit of money, FFP, Sarah Miron, Wood, Lascelles. I mean, Miguel Miron, I'll go with you, Brad, right? I mean, would you keep him next season?
Yeah, I would keep him next season unless we got maybe a decent offer over 10 million, but probably can't see that happening. So yeah, I'd be happy just to keep hold of him and have him as a bit of competition for play season, just a sort of bit of backup. But yeah, if a deal comes in, certainly wouldn't be against them taking the money and moving him on.
Yeah, fair enough. Ryan saying 39 stars, 31 goals for Pat Sheik. That is top quality in goals in Champions League. Also, he's got more goals than Haaland. Is that bad, Pete?
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Anyways, John, I'm going to head off. No worries.
No problem, mate. Listen, you take care, man, and I'll see you in a couple of days, maybe, man.
Yeah, hopefully see you on Friday for the show. My show Friday. Hopefully see you on
Champion.
there.
Champion stuff.
See you there, guys.
No problem.
See you later.
Catch on. See you later.
Yeah.
bye.
Cheers, Pete. Ta. And yeah, that is Pete's. By the way, great guy. I know he's got things to do. John, to play for the press, you need two attacking wide forward and pressing strikers. So you need a pacey striker. That's what we need. And Osimhen is very, very quick. And yeah, so would you take Simone as a backup forward? Yeah, I would. I think he'd be brilliant. I think he's on a good season at Hellas Verona. Ryan, Giovanni Simone from Hellas Verona. He's been excellent this season.
Can't say. I'd much about him.
I know we got Player of the Month a few months ago, but there's so many strikers out there that I don't even know of, and I'm sure they'll get linked. I'm not going to act like I know who he is just based off highlights. I haven't seen him play. He could turn out good, turn out bad. Who knows?
Fair enough. That's good, Sean. What about you, Brad? I mean, you don't know a lot about Simone, don't you? You never watched him.
No, I haven't. No, to be honest with you.
Fair enough. I'll watch him. He's been excellent this season. He's on loan from Fiorentina to Hellas Verona. I think that guy is having a stellar season, sort of thing. Whether you keep it up, that's another thing. But he's having a fantastic season. So big up to Giovanni Simeone. And Jason Dybala is a really bad player, mate. He's been shocking against English teams in the Champions League. He's done all right this season, but he's leaving Juve at the end of the season. Paqueta, you, and let's look at this one as well. John Herdman could definitely manage in the EFL, maybe a lesser league that plays in the Conference League, Europa League, like Belgium or Netherlands.
That's what I said earlier, yeah.
Said that earlier, didn't you? If you saw ASM, would you take Jack Harrison, Jason?
Jack Harrison.
It's a downgrade.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. No.
I don't know if you guys heard of this guy's name. I don't think I've heard of him as well. I do apologise. Paqueta is good for Brazil, Orly. For Leon, he's been really bad this season. And Cuckoo is world-class CAM.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and Cuckoo would be brilliant. He'd be costing north of 80 million quid, by the way, from Leipzig. That's what I'm hearing as well. John Herman's just up the road for where I live.
Nice.
I believe Sangari's name's been mentioned, people. Sangari from PSV Eindhoven, midfielder. 6'3".
Second coming of Tiote, maybe. Who knows?
You never know. Let's be honest. One watches Paqueta just because he's Bruno's mate, yet it was Ham folded him up. He couldn't do anything against them. West Ham, that is, by the way. Folded him up against. So they didn't watch West Ham against Leon. I don't know how he played.
Yeah, but again, this is like players playing at their current team. It'd be completely different how they're going to perform if they were to make the move to us. Again, like Chris Wood, scoring 10 plus goals a season for Burnley comes to us and is an absolute worst player in history for me. So it depends on how they're going to get on in another team and how and the way they play.
Absolutely, people. Absolutely. It'd be interesting. It'd be very interesting to see how it goes, but we'll see on that one. Problem is, John, is Germany. There's only 5 good teams. The rest are firing targets.
I think defenses in Germany are very bad, and I feel like it covers up how good striker or attackers could be.
Absolutely. We could give another 10 more minutes before we wrap up, by the way. And how can you not rate Sheik? And that is from Larry, by the way. Pretty sure majority haven't watched Paqueta live more than 5 times or watched him for Brazil against Bolivia's second team. I think he's Kaka. Leon are 8th in Liga. He's not better than Nkunku. That's from Foxy, by the way. And Leao as a centre forward, he'll not be leaving AC Milan anytime soon. Simone at Verona is Atletico Madrid's Mount Diego. Simone's son, yes, absolutely. Jack Harrison for ASM makes absolutely no sense. And how is Cucurella as a player? Joshua, that guy's been absolutely fantastic. I'm a big fan of this guy. He's got a second goal against Man U on Saturday. And man of the match, in my opinion, that guy, Brad, he is fantastic.
Yeah, he's been a decent player, hasn't he, this season? So
I mean,
can't knock his performances.
Absolutely, he's fantastic. He's 10 out of 10. Some games he's a 9 out of 10. That guy is a proper left back that defends properly every single week.
Yeah.
And Ryan, do you know a lot about this guy, Cucurella?
Yeah, I think as a wing back, he's probably one of the best, to be honest. Like,
in the Premier League.
I would be surprised if like next summer someone big club try to go for him, because he came from Barcelona academy too, so you can tell that there's always going to be quality in those kind of players from those academies, and he's enjoyable to watch when I see him play.
Absolutely, I love watching this guy. He is absolutely brilliant. I mean, me and Mace did team of the season the other day, and I said Cucurella is my left back, 110%, but she chose Cancelo. So Calvin Phillips just been booked, by the way, for a foul. Foxy had a stand at be very wary as he got moved to Verona for a reason. Yeah, absolutely. Ekiteke, Nkuku, Phillips, Botman, Carlos Paqueta be a good summer window for me. You know my thoughts on Botman, by the way, people. Get Cucurella for Brighton, make him into a left winger. He'll do me. I think that's a good shout there, Jason.
He plays on the left, doesn't he? So,
he plays a wing back.
Wing back.
That's the problem, though, because we currently got Matt Targett playing there, and if we make his deal permanent, he's going to be instantly annoyed at the fact that he's got big competition already when he wants to be a main starter.
Yeah.
Fair dues. Big up to Barbara, by the way, from Ireland, not from Canada. She's from Ireland. And big up to you, Barbara. Hope you're okay. Barbara, if you want to come on me show, talk about Newcastle, we could talk about it. Yeah, we sort things out. Yeah. And I hope you're having a good day, by the way. Jason from Junior Brian Paqueta means shifting to 4-2-3-1. And Leon, our team, miles ahead of us. But it's the French league. As John said, as I saw at Milan, he flopped.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying that the fact that you're saying that he wasn't doing well against West Ham, or he's not doing well against this and that team. He only does well for Brazil. It's the fact that if they move to another club, they could become well beaters, or they could become even more of a flop. It doesn't. Just the way that where they are now isn't going to determine the fact that how they're going to play for another team. Again, like Chris Wood, scoring 10 plus goals a season for Burnley, being an absolute legend for Burnley, comes to us. He's got 2 in 16 and is an absolute worst player. So him moving to another club was a huge mistake for him as well as us. So he should have stayed at Burnley, in my opinion. So it depends on where as soon as a player moves to another club, it could determine whether they're going to be a better player or still be the same.
Yeah, that's a fair enough shout. Do you agree with that, Ryan?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, I don't really know what else to say. Like, I think Jason echoed whatever I was going to say.
Fair enough. Just seen Dan James' red card. Ridiculous challenge. That could have been a broken leg for Kovacic. I haven't seen it properly, but I'm going to check out in a bit. And if Pete says it's true, that is awful. It's Manuel Cucurella's done well for Brighton, and Liverpool has been awful. That's amazing. How I meant. John, are we forgetting how I wanted Baka? Would you not go for him again? They'd be very interesting. Baka for Leverkusen, by the way. And what do you think, Brad? It was after in Jan, we pulled out the deal. And now we seem to be back into the sky.
Yeah, I think obviously don't certainly need a bit of left back cover. I think so. Wouldn't be a bad shout if it's available for the right price. And he wants he wants to move. Then yeah, fair enough.
Fair dues. Just get this back out again. And I'm forgetting. I'll tell you what. Definitely. I mean, I'll keep Target. He's doing okay, Jason.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's the first thing we need to do. As soon as the window opens, make his loan deal permanent.
I gotta agree with Ginger on this one, to be honest.
Yeah, I think buying a player for 60 mil I just think buying a player 60 mil just courses he's Bruno's mate, makes a club a laughing stock. Means play and run the team and not Eddie Howe. I have to agree. I love Bruno the bits, yeah, but I think he needs to keep his mouth shut and just say, look, you're not the manager, Eddie Howe's the manager, yeah? Let him buy who he sees fit, yeah? You don't tell him who to buy, not what to buy. Simple as that.
It seems like people are just going for, like, they just want the easy links. Like, I don't hear people actually coming up with their own opinions of who they want. Like, it's just, I want Bodman, Carlos, Nunes. They're the easy options, but like there's far more out there, I feel.
100%, Ryan. I totally agree. I think Eddie is a manager, so he should pick who he wants. He's got to live by the sword, die by the sword. Simple as that, people. Paqueta playing with Brazil, top man. He needs Brazilians around him to shine. That's in Jan. Back as a Dutch international, not a backup. Queen's Park Rangers indicated will not follow up Jeff Hendrick's loan spell, lost his sword with a permanent offer. Where to next? Just give him away on the free, mate. Just give him away on the free. He is absolutely awful.
Give him to Annie at Bristol City.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I believe there will be 10 players out and 8 players in. I cannot wait. That's in Jan. Very confident he's going to get 8 players coming in. I want Livermento back up for trips. I think so.
Yeah.
Good play. Is he injured though?
Uh,
I think he's got a long-term injury. He could be out for a long.
Is he on loan at Chelsea?
He's on loan at Chelsea, but I think he's out for a long, long time.
Yeah, him or Lamptey would be really good pickups.
Absolutely. I mean, we haven't had a chance to talk about Jesse Lingard, Ryan, quickly. I mean, do you think he's priced himself out in the move to Newcastle?
Potentially, but this is going to be his last contract, and like, you know, it's down to Man United for overpaying their players, and these players like expect similar, if not the same, kind of wages. But I like what our club's doing. If this is all true, according to reports, that they're going to refuse like his wage demand. I'm glad they're putting that standard in because, you know, some players might try to finesse us and think, oh, we're the richest club in the world. We'll give out any wage, but it's all about equality for wages too. Otherwise, it would just make like dressing room trouble and like stuff off the field might not. There could be just some disturbances almost, and like I would take Jesse Lynn. Like if he agrees to like lower his wages and like go with what the ownership wants to give him, I'd take him for probably like 2 years as like a short-term option. But I think he's really good. And if he accepts like an 80 grand deal, like yeah, I'd happily take him.
Absolutely. He's just trying to be a bit too greedy, by the way. But that's the trouble with English players, sort of thing. No disrespect, people. It's just they just want more and more and more. It's as simple as that. I would go for Lodi for Atletico Madrid, good left back. I heard people saying ridiculous price of 21 million quid. He'd be a lot more than that. He cost that anyway. So, I mean, again, if they don't want to keep Target, I'll be happy getting this guy in the Premier League. Yeah. And he's an absolute decent left back. He's on a permanent.
You've also got Paul Torres, who's got a release clause of 55 mil.
Yeah, he's from Villarreal. I take him all day long. I think he's a decent defender. 6'4", he is quality. If you can't get Botman or Carlos, I will want Salisu. He's another good defender anyway. He's Southampton, John. You can't loan 2 players from a Premier team. Yeah, that is true. Remember, John, we need to bring in under 22 players as we need to develop a team. It's true. Who would we sell Woods to? That's from Ian.
No, not just Chris Wood, but hear a lot of people say, who would we sell them to? Like, there's buyers everywhere for these kinds of players. Like,
yeah, man,
the championship abroad, like anywhere. I know all you could say wages. Yeah, I'd agree with that, but like, if players want to actually play, like, surely they got to like cut their wage bill down or just retire or something if they really cared that much. But like, I'm sure we'll find suitors for our players this season to go to like championship level clubs or promoted teams, maybe.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. We're going to talk about Monday's game quickly. Newcastle against Arsenal. That's on the Monday night. I'll be doing a watch along as well, so please join us for that. And it's going to be a tough game for Newcastle because Arsenal, right, could actually win, beat Tottenham and get top 4 if they win tomorrow. I'll be doing a watch along tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, by the way, like I said. And so what do you think of it, Jason? Okay, so that's going to be very tough. Man City's winning, by the way.
I actually think that we can actually get something against them. we've been hit really hard with that 5-0 defeat to City. But I think we're going to possibly turn up and have a huge reaction against them. We have a home advantage, so we're going to have the fans cheering us on. I honestly do think that we could get something.
Yeah,
I've got a stand for getting a win against them. To be quite honest with you.
Fair enough. What about you, Ryan? I know that I'll be doing a watch along, and there's going to be AFTV's going to do this, and Terry's and Lingard and all them lot
There it
as
is.
well.
There's the name. There's the name.
You're probably wanting to go to the game now. The fact that like AFTV and all these fans are going to turn up after the game, you'll see.
Oh, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see AFTV go live, and in the background there's John Sinclair going, "Yay!"
Fanboy. Oh man, quality, man.
Well, Arsenal, I don't know. Like, I'm always optimistic against them previous years, but I'm done with it. Every time, I'm always wrong whenever I predict us to get something out of them. I know it's at home, and we have a decent record, and like, yeah, they won't smash us like Liverpool, Man City. Like, those are two different teams to Arsenal. But I feel like we'll lose based on quality, but like it won't be by much. I feel like it's going to be 2-1 Arsenal for me.
Fair enough. And Brad?
Yeah, I think due to do something, pick ourselves up after the City game, and hopefully get something out of it. I would like to see us win the game. 2-1. I'm thinking. Hopefully we can get the better of them and try and end the season on a high as our final home game.
Right. I'll go Ryan. I don't think you'll lose very much anyway. I think you probably lose by 2-1 from my opinion. But I think Arsenal's going to play us off the park as well with movement and skill. And we're just going to be chasing shadows all day long. But we can get at Arsenal defence. We can get at the defence. We can. But we got to be a little bit cuter. And Callum Wilson is back. Trippier's back. I tell you what, I'm going to change. I'm going to be a bit positive. I'm going to go 1-0 in that game.
The only thing I'm worried about that game is I've seen people be optimistic about ASM for that game, but I think if he comes up against Tomiyasu, I think it's game over. Like, they'll be too easy for Tomiyasu against ASM for me.
So what you're saying is, sort of, and you think he's going to let Tomiyasu a good one?
No, like I'm saying, Tomiyasu will defend ASM pretty well.
Oh yes, absolutely. Would he not been better if you put him over the other side and faced Tavares? I don't think Tavares is that good.
Oh yeah, we have to target Nuno Tavares too. Yeah, he's terrible.
He is, isn't he? I can't lie. He ain't that good. I mean, he's got all he is just about.
He's Olympic sprinter.
The Olympic sprinter. That's all he is. Yeah, get ASM over that side. Yeah, and then put someone like Miggy. Miggy on their sort of thing. You know, Tomiyasu's class at. For his career at Bologna, and this guy is absolutely amazing. That guy. Look how much City are paying in total for Haaland. It's going to cost 250 mil over 4 years, which is insane. Wow. Unbelievable. 2-1 to the Toon. That's a Barbara. Big up to you, Barbara. Paqueta is more than capable of performing in the Premier League. He's built for it. Plays aggressively. Just like Bruno. That's on Larry. Yes, I'll try Larry. And we'll go for this console. We're going to wrap up as well. I'm going to tell you where you can find your socials as well. Let's look at it as well. Got some scores as well. Sorry about this. Me comments is just jumping as well. I'm sick of StreamYard, by the way. I'm really am. They should be sacked. Ketchton Willock playing well and to get a decent move. 1-0 to Man City. I'd say probably teams to the Prem and 10 points plus championship team will be inquiring for Wood. That's from Foxy. Well, they come and talking to Larry. And let's one as well. We took 3-2 to Newcastle, 3-2. Ginger's setting again. Ryan, look at third to play in Ukraine, the Bagpool in the Premier League, and he's a national player.
Yeah, that's the way of football at times.
Absolutely. If Jesse joined us on loan, it would have been very different as well. Things would have been sorted out, but I'm afraid it's not good enough. I say I'm going to 1 each. Oh, Christ, it's done it again. I'm sorry, John. We're going to get Aaron Hickey a future left back will be great. I'll take him in a heartbeat, Ginger, 110%. Look at Arsenal after book Ben White ran, so can be Newcastle in 2 years if we get the good signings like Arsenal, free transfers like Barca, please. That's in Stefan. He's come some good ones today. He really has. We're going to slash Arsenal 4-0. Tommy Nass is one of the best signings of the season, 100%. Nearly cost 18 million quid, by the way. And John, football's all about money, so all of us need to learn. Even Liverpool had to spend big to catch them. If we don't fast track, we will never get the top 4. And Foxy is spot on your quality. Right, to wrap it up there. So, Jason, where do you find you, my guy, on your socials?
So, just drop down the comment a second.
Yep, sure. I should do that right away now. If it allows us to do it. I don't know why he's doing it. I'll go for it now. Dodonka and editor sub himself in 85th and scores out the Confetti win. My dad's massive Lingard fan, so I watched him since then. There you go. That's better.
That's where you find me on YouTube. Keeping it Toon YT. You got a Sinclair video coming out tomorrow. Sinclair Award, where this week's winner is the wizard himself, Billy Trey. So look forward to that. You've also got my brand new show starting tomorrow as well for a little preview. I want to get at least about 5 guests on. I've got 2 so far, so I need another 3 more. That starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow, so join me for there. Do sub, help the channel to grow. It means a lot. You can also find me on Twitter at Keeping It Toon without the YT at the end. If you go to my videos on YouTube, you'll find links to join my Discord, the Facebook group, Twitter, and everything you need to know there. So, help the channel out. Let it grow.
Brilliant stuff. I listen to you, by the way. What be Ryan? Where do you find your socials, mate?
Mainly just Twitter, Facebook, just RYANRHEAUME_, which is in the comments.
Thanks a lot there. No problem. But the Brazilian League isn't the Premier League. We're struggling in it as it is. I was chatting to Ryan. You could say Vinicius Jr. Was shite last year too, right? But now he's performing. Big clubs are interesting for a reason. And that's why he's at Real Madrid on a long contract. And Tony the Red is in the house, people. And Mason's missing you, by the way. Brad, where do you find your socials, mate?
So if I'm, there we go, BP and UFC on Twitter. So, that's the place to find me.
Big up. And you can find us on John Sinclair TV on Facebook, also on YouTube, also on Twitch as well. And also you can find John Sinclair, John NUFC42 on Twitter and Facebook. Socials out there. It's in the description in the link as well. And if you like the video, like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Follow these guys as well. They're absolutely fantastic. I shall be back tomorrow for the watch along between Spurs and Arsenal at 7 o'clock. So please join us for that. I'm really going to enjoy that game. I think it's going to be a brilliant game. And that's why I'm doing it. And last one from Foxy Paqueta had 1 good season in Brazil. Scored 1 in 17 in his first year. Flopped bad in Italy. 1 goal in 44 games. Good player, but let's calm down. He's not worth 60 million quid. Great show as usual, John. Thanks so much, Barbara. Love you lots. But he's not Larry. West Ham proved that he smacked his team and could do now. If he can't shine in that match, he is not ready. And one thing I'm going to say as well for Bruno, and I'll say Trippier as well. Don't tell Eddie who to sign, who not to sign. Let the manager decide. So, guys, thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate that.
No problem.
No worries.
And I shall see you guys again next week or maybe before that if you're on. And I'll do a watch on Monday as well. And thanks so much for coming, man. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care. And Kate as well. I can't go without Kate. Good show again, John. Thanks so much, Kate. And I really appreciate that. And she is lovely. Thanks for coming on, guys. I'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, John.
Take care.
Later.